Hi, and welcome to our December release webinar. My name is Till Fryer, and I would like to present you the highlights for our latest release that went live last Sunday. If you have any questions during the presentation, please use the chat or comment section, and I will try to answer all of your questions at the end of the presentation. Let's start with stock orders. In order to improve the ordering experience even further, we added some additional sales graphs right in the order edit screen. By setting the focus on the quantity field, you will get a tooltip with some statistics. And this tooltip also includes a graph now that lets you identify trends and peak months, which is crucial for deciding on the right order quantity. In addition to the sales graphs, we also added an index to all inventory related receipts. This index represents the relative time of when an item was added. This column is also sortable, therefore you can sort the list by any other column and also go back to the order of time of entry. And as I mentioned, the same concept was applied to all other inventory related receipts, such as stock receipts, for example. On top of that, the sorting is also available for the PDF exports now. You can just select the desired type of sorting in the preview before you export the receipt. And the same sorting will be applied to the generated PDF or Excel file. Now let's have a look at the inventory count lists. We added some new features here as well. If you perform a sampling inventory count, you have now two new ways of adding items to your count sheet. The first one is by supplier. This will add all products for the selected supplier to your count sheet. The other new option is by tag. This will add products for a particular tag. Who is used to working with tags and takes advantage of the mass added option in the product list will know that this provides an incredible amount of flexibility working with a large product database. The next new feature also involves inventory-related tasks. Recently we introduced the advanced filter option to inventory tasks, such as stock receipts or stock orders, or stock adjustments. Now we have an additional filter in this section for particular products. This will make it very easy to find receipts related to one particular item. Okay, we made it through the first part, which involved all inventory-related tasks. And I would like to talk about the next set of new features now, which involve more security and user management. As probably most of you are aware, we have the concept of user roles, which define what kind of operations a user is allowed to perform. If you haven't taken a closer look into a user role before, let's take the time to do this really quick. Here you can find an extensive set of permissions for each individual navigation item. Prior to the most recent update, you could find 3 general permissions for each item: list, create, and edit. Users who had the edit permission were also allowed to perform deletions. This has changed now. We added an additional deletion permission for all items, which allows you to keep users from deleting items if you don't want them to delete items. Another new permission was added in the cashier roles. This permission controls whether a cashier is allowed to process returns. You can simply take away this permission, and the cashier will not be able to process returns using the return function at the point of sale anymore. In addition, the cashier will also not be able to apply negative quantities. However, this is only the first part of the update. In order to get this feature fully working, you will also have to run the latest point of sale version. The update is scheduled for end of January. Your point of sale will update itself automatically during restarts, but as I said, this will not happen before the end of January. Okay, let's move on to the next section. I hope everyone is still feeling up for more exciting new features, because we are about to get into the biggest part of the release, which involves the evaluation section. Here we have some report improvements as well as a couple brand new reports. I would like to start here with the new reports. The first new report available is the supplier sales report. This report shows your sales for a certain time period grouped by supplier. As a universal filter option, we have a tag filter available for this report. Please don't confuse this report with the supplier purchase report, which shows your purchases grouped by supplier based on your stock receipts. The second new report is the movement report. This report is part of the optimization package. The movement report shows your item sales next to your purchases as well as your on-hand values. The expenses on the report are based on stock receipts, and the stock value is calculated using the on-hand count and the average purchase price, which represents your actual cost on your current on-hand inventory. As I mentioned, this report is only available if you have the optimization package. You can add the optimization package in your Corona packages. Now let's have a quick look at the other report improvements. The volume report has a new filter option which allows you to filter by receipt type. This allows you to pull the volume report solely on returns and also solely on sales to gain a better understanding of your return volume compared to your sales volume. The second report improvement involves the warehouse report. This has also a new filter option which allows you to get a current on-hand report for a specific supplier. You get the supplier filter right here. Okay, this last section actually went quicker than I thought. I hope I didn't forget anything. I'll move on to the questions now. Please just allow me 1 minute to read through the questions here real quick.